Hi everybody, it's Lauren and I am here live. I am super excited for the project that I have for you guys today for the demo, and I hope you guys are going to be excited too and that you enjoy it and you will try it. It's a little bit different. So I am going to show you how you can make your own eyeball, cabochon. And we are going to be using a black marker or like a dark gray marker, any dark colored marker. So like a dark gray or super dark like navy blue, black, maybe a really dark brown. So a really dark marker. We're going to be using Perfect Pearls mica powders, UV resin, and I have a couple of mounts here. I have an 18 millimeter mount, and I also have a 30 millimeter mount, and I have two bubble lenses for over top for our eye. So it's kind of fun. Like I said, it's unique because you can kind of go wherever you want with this. You can make kind of whatever eye for a creature that you want. You could do any kind of like reptile. So you could do a dragon, you could do a lizard, you could do crocodile, alligator, you could do a snake, you could do a cat's eye, you could do a wolf eye. You could even go in the direction and kind of do like an alien or a monster type eye. So big, long list, active, creative list of creatures that you could kind of go for. I have one to show you. You may have seen my post. I used an 18 millimeter and I created a tiger's eye. And I turned it into a ring. I used one of our Signet ring bases to glue it on, so I'm going to show you that up close. And then I also have two other ones that I created, and I'm showing them to you because I want to show you some tips and tricks that I learned from the other two that I think will really help you guys when you make yours as well. Hey Nolani, thanks for joining me. You're the first one on. Can you believe it? I'm so glad you made it to the live. So I am going to go ahead and show you my tiger eye. So and these ring bases can be found on our site. Debbie, Nolani beat you, sorry. Glad you're here though. So okay, so what I was saying was these ring bases can be found at our website, bsuperteaks.com. And I think we have them in silver. We have a couple other styles as well, but I like these ring bases because they are adjustable. So you don't have to worry about it fitting your finger. You can just squeeze it and get it to fit. So I'm just squeezing it a little bit here. Okay, so this is my eyeball. Marjorie, hello. Andrea, hi. You guys are just in time. So this is my tiger eye, quote unquote, eye. You're first. Yes, you were first today. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see that. So like I said, I am going to show you how you can make your very own eye cabochon. And we are going to be using Perfect Pearls. Hey Dara! UV resin. Some mounts. You will need like a marker. I'm going to show you all the tools that I use. Step by step, we'll go through the techniques and what I'm using and how I'm using them. And you can always go back and watch a replay too if you need to like rewatch a step or if you missed something or if you have to leave. not a problem. Or if you come in the middle of the video, not a big deal. So this is the one that I was most happy with when I was making these. But like I said, I'm going to show you 2 other ones that I did make and I learned from them. And I think you guys will too. So I'm going to point out some of the things that I felt were a little off with them. But this is the Signet ring base, the brass ox that I used. So this is, oh thanks Debbie, one of the other ones that I made. Now see, you can tell it's very hard to see, and that is because it's too dark. I used a lot of the Forever Blue Perfect Pearls, and I used too much. I didn't use enough of a lighter color around it on the edges, and so it just makes it very dark, almost a little murky. So you can kind of see it, but at the same time, it's a little difficult. But this is the same mount that I'm going to be showing you. And then the other one was an 18 millimeter. Thank you, Nolani. And this one is still usable, but in person, if you look up close, like right in here, there's a little bubble, like a resin bubble. I'm going to show you how you can make sure you don't have any bubbles in your resin, because there is no glue involved in this project. I used UV resin only, and you use that to glue, so to speak, your bubble lens onto your eye, okay? So there's no glue involved, but you have to use a little trick in order to make sure that you get no bubbles within your resin when you are ready to put your bubble lens on. Thanks, Joanne. So I was saying this one, it's hard to see, but in person when you look at it, it's still usable, but there's a little bit of a UV bubble that formed underneath the resin. So I'm going to show you how to not do that. This is the good one, Joanne. I'll show you. I posted it. I don't know if you saw it, but this is my tiger eye. I was inspired with your picture, and it reminded me more of a tiger eye than a dragon eye. So this is, and I put it on a ring base. So this is my completed one. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. We'll start now, and I will show you step by step how to create your own eye, your creature eye. Okay? So, and you can do a regular eye if you don't want to do like a creature and you want to do like a round pupil. I mean, by all means, go ahead. I kind of like the skinny pupil, like a creature, like a snake or a dragon or something. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today. But feel free to experiment with your own eyes. And if you do try this, guys, please post. And you can always tag my name too. Post on the group. I would love to see your creations. Okay, so we're going to start with our little one, okay? Black marker. You can just use any black marker, Sharpie, whatever. Like I said, you want to use a dark color. So a black, a dark gray, super dark, like a navy blue, a brown, something that's dark, okay? And what we're going to do is very similar to kind of what we did when I showed you guys how we made the faux opal. And remember how we just colorized the bottom of our mount so you can no longer see that plating finish? That's basically what we're doing with the marker. So we just want that bottom to be black. So I'm coloring. Our mount. Make sure to get all the way around the edges. Okay. Make sure it's colored. Okay. Now, we are going to do same thing that we did again, like I showed you when we made the faux opal. Teeny, teeny, thin layer of resin. Super thin. We don't want it too thick. And that was another problem I think that I also had with this one. I'll bring this one back up. Joanne, you may have missed this one. I'm showing these because I learned some tricks in doing these other ones. This one is much too dark. I didn't use a light enough color in like the iris part of the eye. I used too much of the Forever Blue, and so it's super, super dark. Almost a little murky looking. It's hard to see it. So we're going to do veining like you would see in like a real iris. And so you can't really see those lines. And I think that's because, one, like I said, it's too dark. And second, I believe I put too much resin and I made it too thick and it was hard to scratch through. Because we're going to be scratching, once we apply our mica powders, we're going to be scratching it to form our veining, okay? So again, that's why we want to go thin with this layer of resin. So just teeny little bit. Trying to get it out. It's not wanting to come out. Is this a new bottle? Oh, that's why. Okay. Let me see. All right. I thought this was an open bottle of resin. Sorry, guys. 1 second here. Okay. This one's open. Okay. There we go. So just dollop it, and then you can just use a toothpick or something and spread it out. Oh my goodness, Debbie, I love you so much. You're like my groupie girl. Hi, Larry. Thank you so much for putting up with me and for letting your wife listen. We appreciate it. Okay, so we're just spreading this out. Make sure you get it all the way to the edges. And to make sure, because this is dark, of course, this is black, so sometimes it's hard to see if you got it all the way to the edges. I like to, whoops, that was good. All right, I'm getting resin on me. So a good way, let me restate that. Okay, so a good way to check your resin is I like to kind of hold it up like eye level and look at it from the side. Make sure there's like a light kind of nearby, because when you do that, you can kind of see if you've missed any spots. So I think I'm pretty good. I just have to move it one little spot here. But I think I actually did okay. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to harden this, okay? So we are going to go ahead and place this in our UV light now. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my light. Okay, and I'm going to stick this in for a minute. So like 60 seconds. He's a big fan. I don't know about that, Debbie. I know you are. Does he like our project today? He likes the eyeball idea? Okay. So what we are going to be using next, you guys, is we're going to be applying. Oh, how nice. Well, you guys have a safe trip. Tell your daughter hi, even though she has no idea who I am. Please have a safe trip. Jordan and I are going to be on a road trip tomorrow too. We're going away for the day. We're going to Cleveland for the day because it is our anniversary tomorrow. So, yeah, we're going to be going to Cleveland for the day tomorrow. So you guys have fun. Okay, so next, all right, let me check this. I want to make sure that was enough time. Make sure it's not really tacky anymore. That's how you know your resin's done. I'm going to let it go for maybe like another 30 seconds just to be on the safe side. Excuse me. Okay, so next is I'm going to bring this over here so you guys can kind of see this while I work. Okay. And it's because I adjusted it. Now it doesn't want to fit. Okay. I was trying to let it sit up some in this little thing. Okay. Oh, she knows us. Okay. Well, tell her I said hi. Lauren says hi. And congratulations. Okay. So, pull this back out. Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay, so, Perfect Pearls. Aw, thanks, Nolani. Yeah, 15 years. 15 years tomorrow. Can you believe it? Okay, so have a little applicator that you guys can use to apply your Perfect Pearls, your mica powder. So I'm using one of these. You could use maybe a Q-tip. I have these little applicator thingies. You could use a little, like, one of those little foam paint brushes. You can use a toothpick or something. I like using something like this because it's a little easier to, or if you have, another option is if you have an old eyeshadow applicator that you do not use anymore, from like an old eyeshadow, you could use that. That would be a good applicator to use for your Perfect Pearls. Okay, so for this one, I believe I'm going to use Poppy and Perfect Gold. Okay. So, take your little applicator here, and we're going to form it like you would like an eye, like the iris. We're going to kind of go in like a little bit of a curve on the sides. So take a little bit here, and you're going to leave black in the middle. Can you guys see this? I think I want to zoom in. You know what? These are Bisou's. I will ask her though. But even just like a regular Q-tip, or like I said, an eyeshadow applicator, if you have an old eyeshadow palette that you can steal an eyeshadow applier from, you get the same kind of effect, Debbie. Okay, so I'm gonna spread this, right? Okay, you see what I'm doing here, guys? I want to make sure that it's on camera. Deborah, hi! Not a problem. You can always go back and watch the replay, and I'm also going to be showing this again. I'm going to be demoing on a bigger mount, so you'll get to see the whole process again, so no worries. Okay, so add a little more of the poppy, a little bit. Okay. So now, yeah, and it will look messy, okay? So don't worry about that. It is going to look messy, but it will all look good once we're done. Just trust the process. Sisler, hi! Okay, so what, I'm not sure, I'm still learning everyone's names on here because sometimes they have different names. can you tell me your actual name? Congratulations. 67 years. Wow. That is awesome. Yeah, Jordan and I are tomorrow, and then both my parents and Jordan's parents are both next month. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the gold. Okay, and I'm going to do it on the inside here, next to the poppy. I'm going to turn this so you guys can see what I'm doing here, hopefully. I like having a lighter color like gold or something on the inside because I feel like it highlights the black of our pupil on our eye, and it makes it stand out a little bit. Hi, Gail. Denise, hi. I'm glad you made it. And don't worry if you guys have missed a couple steps, because I am going to demonstrate this again. So don't worry. Okay. So we're going to do that. And you know what? What can I do with that? I think I want to add a little bit of copper. This is the perfect copper. I think I want to add just a little bit on the poppy. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll see. They blend kind of nicely together, so. Okay, so next comes that scratching part that I told you that we're going to do in order to get like that veining. So for that, you can use a toothpick, you can use your clay needle, you can use an awl. I'm going to use an awl myself. Or if you have one of like those wooden dolls, like one of those pointy wooden dolls, like sometimes you'll get one like this, like with a nail kit, like a manicure kit. You can use something like this, just something that's pointy, that will scratch through. Okay, so I have my awl, and we're gonna go both directions, but we're gonna start from the inside and we're gonna work our way towards the edge. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do first. So we're gonna scratch through, and this will kind of move the color around as well. Hopefully you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. Hopefully I didn't put too much mica powder. So we got our scratching going. Okay, that's a little bit better. You might need to blow some of the excess of your mica powder off. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so now that we did that, we're going to go the other way. And we're going to do from the edge to the inside, like towards the pupil, okay? So we're going to scratch again, but we're going to go in the other direction. Just trust the process, guys. Trust the process. I know it's gonna look kind of weird, but just trust the process. Okay? I know it's looking not quite like an eye right now. Don't worry. Trying to make sure I get through the mica powder. Whoops. Let me try toothpick here for a second. I want to see if that works. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's getting me some more black through here. So after using my little awl, I am going back over my scratches with the toothpick, and it's bringing it out more, which I prefer because you can see the veining a little bit better now. The black is coming through. Karen! Okay, so I'm going to see how this looks here in a second. Now I'm going to go back over. Hi, Gloria! I found this on Pinterest, Debbie. I watched a video and found it on Pinterest. Okay, so down here in the bottom, I need some more color because there's too much black showing, and we need to make the pupil more standout-ish. Okay. So we want to bring the marker back in because I'm trying to do this on camera. Okay. Because we want that pupil to stand out. Yes. So I'm trying to use this. I think I like the toothpick better, to be honest, with the scratching. So I might try that with our bigger one, the bigger amount that I have. So I feel like it was a little bit better. So yeah, you can go back in and add, you know, some mica around the eye if you want. Okay. I think I want one more right there if possible. The vein. Alright, we're gonna see how this turns out, guys. Okay. Is it? Okay, good. Alright, so we're gonna see. This is where we come in with the eyeball look, okay? So, where's my marker? Okay, I want to do the eye a little more. I think I want to try to do, and you can do as skinny as you want. Like I said, you can kind of do like I did, or you can do a round pupil, you know, whatever type of eye you prefer. It kind of depends on the look that you're going for, what kind of creature. If you're doing a reptile, if you're doing, you know, you want like a human eye, if you want like a monster or like an alien or something like that. I mean, like I said, you can kind of get creative with this. So this is when we are going to get our resin back out. Pulling some gold through here real quick. Okay. Oh, Claire, did I miss you? Are you on? Oh, hi, Claire. It's okay. I'm going to demo again, so no worries. We're going to have one more demo. Okay, so this is the part where I'm going to show you the little tip, guys, that I learned on how to make sure you do not get bubbles in your resin when you go to put your bubble lens on. Okay, so sorry guys, I'm being like a little bit of a perfectionist with this. The pupils making me a little crazy. I'm trying to get it how I want. I'm gonna move on, I swear. Okay. Alright. Stop touching it. Alright, we're gonna stop touching it. Okay. Get your resin. And you are going to do just a little drop. Okay, let me get this further on camera so you guys can see. Let me zoom in a little bit, see if it'll let me. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it over here so you can see, so it's in focus. Okay, you are going to do a drop of resin right in the center, okay? Small amount, not a ton, because we don't want spillage. Like I said early, hi Michelle, hi Jan. Don't worry, I'm going to show the technique all over again, girls, so you didn't miss anything. We don't want any spillage. And like I said, there's no glue in this project, okay? We strictly use the UV resin. So that is what that's what we're going to use to adhere our bubble lens, the UV resin. So, do a little amount of resin right in the middle. And then very slowly and gently, we are going to take our bubble lens. Do not spread this out with anything, okay? I tried to do that. I tried to spread my resin first and then apply my bubble lens. And that's why I got a bubble. You may not be able to see it on camera, but there is a little bit of a resin bubble in this one. I can still use it. It is still usable, this Cabochon. But there is a resin bubble. So, it's because I went and spread the resin first, and then I tried to apply my bubble lens. And what that did was it smushed, it kind of like smushed my resin, and then it made it have like lines and kind of ripple and bubble. So, instead of spreading the resin yourself, you're going to use your bubble lens to spread it. You're going to just apply it down, and then very carefully you'll take it and put it in your light. So we're going to put it in our light. I'm going to do it for about 2 minutes. Okay? So while that's going, we'll go ahead and we'll start the big one. So our first step, guys, for those of you that missed, and this is a bigger amount, so hopefully you guys can see a little bit, the process a little bit easier too. Black marker. Black marker, dark gray marker, super, super dark navy blue, dark brown, super dark colored marker. That's what you want to use. You are going to color the whole bottom of your mount, okay? That's step one. It's kind of like when we did the faux opal and I had you guys color the bottom of your mount so it was fully colored. That's basically what we're doing here again. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with the faux opal. Once we have that colored, we're going to do a super thin layer of resin. Very thin, okay? Just to cover the bottom and cover the black. So you want to spread that out. This you can spread out yourself. You know what? I'm not liking that. I like a toothpick better. If you're having trouble, because this is dark, and sometimes when it's dark like that, it's hard to see if you're getting everything, hold it up to the side, kind of like at eye level, and make sure there's a light. And that will help you see if your resin is even and if you missed any spots where the resin didn't cover, okay? So I'm spreading this out. Make sure you get it all around the edges, clear to the edge. If you guys have any questions, please ask. Hopefully I'm explaining this clearly and understandably for you guys in a way that's easy and simple for you guys to know what I'm doing, and so you can also try this yourself. And like I said before, please, if you try this, please post pictures on our group at our Facebook group so I can see. You can always tag me to make sure that I see it, because I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up so I can make sure I didn't miss anything. I have a couple spots here. I'm just going to try to make sure are good all the way to the edge. Okay, I think it's pretty good. Hi, Mommy. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this in to our UV light. You're going to stick this into your UV light, and we're going to harden this, just like, again, we did with our faux opal. So similar kind of first few steps with this project. Just making sure this other cab is good. Wow, and I just dropped it. This came out a lot better than I thought. I'm telling you guys, you have to trust the process. I kept saying that. I needed to believe it myself. Because it looks so much better now that it's actually like complete and you see it with the resin and the bubble lens. And it doesn't look messy. It doesn't look, you know, weird anymore. It just kind of brings it all together. So 1 second and I will show you. Let me stick this in. Gonna stick that in the light for like 2 minutes. Here's our eyeball. There's a little bit of a glare, but I'm trying to get it on camera for you guys. But that is our eyeball cabochon. And that was with the gold and the poppy. And I used just a teeny bit of the copper, which kind of blended with the poppy as well. Kind of reminds me of like an alligator or a crocodile. Maybe? What do you guys think? You can see the colorization in that when you move it. I think the colorization on that is really cool. I quite like this, actually. I'm happy with it. I didn't think I was gonna like it. So there's our first eye completed. And I'm actually happy with the pupil too. After I kept messing with it. It came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Probably make another ring. Okay, so for the next one, I am going to use 3 different colors. Thank you, Dara. I am going to be using the Perfect Pearl color, turquoise, and iris. So we'll see how that turns out. Oh, thank you, Nalani. Oh, thanks, Joanne. Thanks, Debbie. You know what, Gloria? I kind of was the same way. I was never really into the eye jewelry myself either. But when I saw the little video that I saw and I saw these ones, I don't know, I kind of felt a bit intrigued and I decided to go ahead and give it a try. It's still not my favorite thing ever, but I do think it is a very cool process and technique. And I thought, you know what, for those that are really into this, they might enjoy this. And I did have fun making these. They are fun to make. So I decided, why not give it a try? It is. It's a lot of fun, Deborah. It really is. To see it from like start to finish, because like I said, when you're like kind of in the middle of it, and you're like in that middle stage where you're doing the mica powder and the scratching, it looks kind of bizarre and it looks kind of messy and it doesn't look like it's gonna turn out like an eyeball. You just gotta go with it and you gotta like finish it, and then like the resin and the bubble lens, it helps soften it and give it that gloss, and it turns it into your eyeball. So you just gotta trust the process. You watch it while it watches you. Yes. Okay, so I have our other mount here. Okay. So, now with these, thank you, Karen. Yeah, I understand, Gloria. Not a problem. Thank you for watching still. I appreciate the support, girl. I love you. And you can maybe try this technique but make something else too. I mean, it doesn't have to be an eye. Maybe you can come up with something else to use this for. You know? Experiment. Or now you know how to use, if you didn't already, now you know how to use bubble lens with the UV resin and, you know, not get bubbles or anything. So hopefully you're still getting something out of this video, even though you don't like eyes. Okay, now, another tip. Make sure that when you're working on these, because I started to do this, and thankfully I wasn't completely cured. I did this one for about 2 minutes. No. Yeah, I did this for about 2 minutes. In the UV light. Thankfully, I wasn't completely done and it wasn't cured. And I had just applied mica powder, so I was able to kind of wipe it off, but I wasn't paying attention to my mount. Like with this one, it didn't really matter, but with something like this, and you have a hanging hole, make sure that you're keeping it straight, your mount stays straight, and you don't start going crooked when you're applying your mica powder and then you have a pupil that's like off center. So just be careful with that, because I did start to do that with my first one, and I was like, oh, dang it, and I had to like go and like wipe it off with like a damn paper towel and start over. So just make sure that your hanging hole is always straight. Just keep that in mind, okay? Kelly, she saw my post. Are you talking about Kelly Weimer, Claire? Because she did see my post. So hopefully she'll be able to see the replay. Okay, Princess Sparkle. Oh my God, absolutely love your name. Princess Sparkle of the Resistance. That's stellar. Can I know your real name, please? And thank you for joining, by the way. And I am going to show you how you can do resin with this. There is no glue whatsoever. So you're going to see. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the eye. And I'm going to show you how to make another one right now. So I'm trying to think what I want to start with here. Okay, let me ask you guys. We'll see what the majority is. Okay, so I have 3 colors that I want to use. Wouldn't it be cool to hide an assemblage piece? All of a sudden you look, oh, there's an eye. And, okay, so this is the perfect size for, and then I'll ask you guys about the colors. This is the perfect size for a ring, the 18 millimeter, personally, I think. So there it is on the ring base. And again, we sell the bezels, the ring bases, everything that you need, we have at our site, bsuboutiques.com. So please check out the site, check out our Facebook group, BSu's Creative Group, subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Okay, so perfect ring. However, we also sell studs. So you can make stud earrings if you wanted. These would be cool for like a boyfriend, husband, something. If they're into that kind of stuff, you could make some cool cufflinks if you wanted. So yeah, some cool ideas there. All right, so the 3 colors that I have, I'm just trying to think like how I want to place them for my eye. I have the perfect pearl color, which is like a whitish silver color. I have really light turquoise here. Let me show you guys. Might be better, huh? You can actually see the color. Okay, so there's the perfect pearl color. It's like a silvery white. This is the turquoise. It's a very, very light blue with a shimmer. And then, oh, okay. I wish I was at the beach right now. She could have taken us with her. Just kidding. I hope she has a great time. And this is Iris, which Iris is kind of like a pinky, purpley, iridescent, metallic-y color. So I'm trying to decide. I almost feel like I want to do it like in this kind of order, like, and start from the outside going in. Do like the perfect pearl color, the turquoise, and then the iris? Or should I do the perfect pearl, then the iris, and then the blue closest to the pupil? Or should the perfect pearl be closest to the pupil? What do you guys think? Give me, yeah, you could do flowers, Gloria. You could maybe use this and maybe turn it into like a flower and do like the petals. I don't know if that would work or not, but you could maybe give it a whirl, girl. Give me your thoughts, guys, on what color I should put. I'm gonna get my little applicator ready. Okay, so now I'm thinking I want to do the white, the iris, and then the blue. Yes? I think I'm going to go for it, guys. Alright, so let's take our white. I'm going to apply it. Ro. Okay. Nice to meet you, Ro. Okay, wait, Ro. Did you possibly, and maybe I have the wrong person, so if I did, my mistake. Did you also sign up for our workshop in May? Because I could have swore that I packed up a kit today for someone named Ro. Is that you, by chance? For the memory, or for the message and storytelling workshop? Did you sign up for that? Was that you? Again, if not, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. Resin Crafts by Lena. Lena? Lena or Lena? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Okay. Can you see better now? I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm starting with the Perfect Pearl, and I'm going all the way to the edge because I am doing 3 colors. And this is going to look messy, guys. So remember that. It will be messy. Okay, so now I'm going to do... Well, I don't know about that, Nolani. Okay. I'm still learning too. Alright, so now I'm using the iris. Okay. I'm going to do it right up against the Perfect Pearls. No problem. Sometimes I have problems with that. I try to get it in the center and camera as much as possible, but sometimes you just... So I'm sorry about that. I know that's frustrating when you can't see. Okay. So go along the edge there. So yeah, if there's ever a time where I somehow manage to get out of camera, please let me know. I think it is kind of like it's like a combo, Gloria. I don't even know. These are Bisous, and I love them. But yeah, a Q-tip will work, or I mentioned, I don't know if you were on yet, if you have something like that, like a makeup applicator, like I was saying, like an old eyeshadow compact with an old eyeshadow applicator, that would work perfectly. Like one that you don't use anymore, of course, or apply to your face. But yes, that would work perfect. Or you can use a toothpick or something like that too. You might be able to find something like this at like the dollar store, to be honest. But yeah, I would try like where the toiletries are, or in like the makeup section. and you'll probably be able to find something pretty similar. Okay, so now I have the iris, and now I'm going to do the turquoise. I might add a little bit of gold on this one too, because like I said earlier, I do like doing the gold around the actual pupil. I feel like it gives it a little pop, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. Okay, this might be my dragon eye. I wanted a dragon one, and I feel like these colors are speaking dragon. Dragon or unicorn? Probably. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you think I should add gold or do you think I should leave it? Yeah, there's like a flattened tip on one side and then like the little pointed one on the other end. So. Maybe I'll leave it without the gold. That's you! Okay, it was you! Yes, I packed your kit. It went out today. Yes. I'm so excited you'll be on. Yes, I will be on too. I won't be filming or anything. But I'll be commenting along. I'll be watching and playing along with everybody. Okay, so scratching. We're going to scratch now. And again, trust the process. I'm going to keep saying that. Trust the process. It's going to look really messy. It's not going to look right. It's going to look kind of crappy when we do this. Okay? So just... Alright, so we are going to scratch. Oh, add gold? Alright, Debbie, I'll add gold. Just for you. I do love gold. Alright, hold on. I'll just do a little bit. We'll see how this works, Debbie. Okay, there's some gold. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to add just a little bit more blue. And then we're going to do the scratching. And we scratch from both directions. First, we're going to start in this, like going from the pupil out towards the edge of your mouth. Okay, when we do this, 1 second here. Okay. They are super fun. Isn't it dragon colors? I think it's dragon colors, and I wanted a dragon eye. So I'm kind of feeling, I'm feeling kind of excited now. Not a problem. You can totally go back and replay, Ro. Not a problem whatsoever. Once you get it down, though, you're going to be like, oh, so do this, and like you're gonna whip them out. Okay, so, and hopefully I'm not going too fast for any of you guys. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna go in both directions, but to start with, we're gonna start near the pupil, where the pupil is in the center, and we're gonna go out towards the edge of our mouth. So you can just use like a toothpick, and this is what creates the veining for our iris of our eye. And I know it's looking scary, right? Let's be honest here. It doesn't look right. But trust me, it will at the end. That's going to be our motto from now on. Trust the process. Okay, so we're doing our veining. We're going through. Okay, so now we're going to go the other direction. And we're going to start at the edge of our mouth, and we're going to go in towards our pupil. Okay? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to scratch, and we're going to go in. And thank you for putting up with me. I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but I'm glad you guys are sticking with me here and staying with me to see the demo. So I appreciate it. And this just kind of helps with the coloring and kind of moving the mica powder around. And we are going to fix the pupil, so don't worry, we're going to fix that. I know you're saying it got all colored over, but we are going to fix that, so no problems there. Okay, so we have our scratching for our iris. Yes, on the process we trust. That is right. Okay, so we're going to take our marker again, and we're going to re-bring out our pupil. And you're just going to color right down the center here and bring your eye bring on the in the process we trust. Okay, yes. Sorry, Nalani. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this a little bit. I get fussy with my pupils. Okay, there's our pupil. All right, now, getting close to the finish line, guys, I promise. Okay, this is how we don't get any bubbles. Okay, so Ro, we're gonna take our UV resin, because I know you said you've been having trouble with resin. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to pour resin right in the center of our mouth, right? Like in our pupil. And then not a ton, just enough, because we don't want spillage. And we're gonna use our bubble lens to press down and spread out the resin for us. And then we're gonna stick it in our UV light, okay? So I'm gonna show you right now how to do this. So we're gonna take our resin, not a ton, it's a little bit. I might add just one more little drop just to make sure. Okay. Then we are going to take bubble lens. Very slowly and carefully, we're going to go ahead and press it. And use it. You know what? I think I needed a little bit, and I think I messed up. But it's okay. I think I got enough. I think I needed just a little bit more resin, but the bubble lens helps spread the resin for you, and then you don't get any bubbles. And I got bubbles because I didn't put enough resin, but I think it's still going to be usable. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the light. Oh, good. I'm glad it's close enough. I'm glad you're able to see what I'm doing. I don't know, Debbie. I'm not good with Pokemon. Pokemon's like the only one I know. Pikachu. Pikachu's like the only one I know. Is the main one, the yellow one. I'm not a Pokemon collector. I don't watch Pokemon. I'm sorry. Does anyone else know? So I'll show you again. So here's the other one that we did. And this is a tiny glare. There's not a spot there in the pupil. You can kind of see there. It's all black. And I will turn it in the light so you guys can see in the light. And again, this was the poppy color. This is the perfect copper, which I used with the poppy. And gold, the perfect gold. And that's what made this combination. No, because no, that'll just add more bubbles. It would just make it kind of more bubbly and squished, like smushed looking. So I didn't want to chance that. So I just kind of pressed it as much as I could and tried to get it to go more towards the edges. I think it's going to be okay. I think it's still going to be able to be usable. But we'll see. I'm kind of mad at myself though. Because I did this one like perfectly, and I did my tiger's eye like perfectly. Isn't that how it always goes? You're always you try to show somebody something and then it goes like disastrously after you tell them the trick. Gloria, why did I have a feeling you were going to know that? Why did I think that? When Debbie asked that, I was like, for some reason, I have a feeling Gloria's going to know the answer to that. Okay, guys, here's our other one. But you can see I got a bubble. But that's our other eye. So I might have to retry. But I'm really, really happy with this one. I think that's my favorite one, actually. Always during a demo. Always. Never fails. Never fails. You're trying to avoid something and help someone, and then what do? You do the exact thing that you're trying to show them how not to. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's the tiger eye. You have young adults around. Sure. It's your guilty pleasure, isn't it? I'm just teasing. Okay, so here's the tiger eye. Again. And this one was the gold, and I believe I used the turquoise for this one. And then again, like I said, perfect copper, the poppy, and the gold. The poppy and the copper are very similar in color, so they kind of blended. And then our big one with the blue and the pinkish purple. So there you have it, guys. But this one came out really good, so I would watch that one for sure. For step by step. Because I did the resin really good with this one with the bubble lens. I always get nervous. So I'm sorry about that, Ro. I always get nervous because I don't want to get spillage. So sometimes I don't put enough resin. So, yes, this is a great ring base. This is our Signet. We call it the Signet style ring base. Here, let me, I can grab a picture of it for you guys and show you. Real quick before I go. We have another style ring too. And we have it in silver as well. So this is the silver one. But this is the ring that I used, except in brass ox. But that is the style ring that I used for my tiger eye ring for this one. Has a little bit of like a leafy design on the side. So that is the actual ring base. Aw, thanks, Andrea. I'm so glad that you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Aw, Karen, you're so sweet. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys make this awesome. If I had to be here by myself and just talk this through by myself, it might not be so great. You guys bring these to life, so thank you. Thank you, Joanne. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was cool like you thought. Okay, so this is the other ring base, guys, and I like this one too. I actually use this to make a ring for my dad. I feel it's kind of like a unisex kind of ring. And this is in the brass ox. But it's like a square style ring. So we also have this in stock as well, if you want to use this one. It has a little bit of more of like a flat edge for, you know, gluing down a cab. So those are the two ring bases that I would kind of recommend for using for your cabs, if you want to make a ring, that is. Yeah, that's kind of what I did too, Deborah. I always play around first. With this, I definitely did. I played around with quite a few of them, kind of get the hang of it, and then it was like, oh, okay, I understand what to do. And like I said, when I showed you guys these ones, these were some of my practice ones that I had. I kept them because I was like, okay, I learned from these and I know what to do and what not to do now, you know? So they were good learning process for me. And like I said, with this one, you have to look real close to see the bubble. I know it's there, but you have to look kind of close. But it is kind of usable still, this one. But yeah, definitely learning process, and it's good to practice with. But definitely it's not super difficult. You just have to kind of get the little tricks and, you know, tweak, and you'll be there. So it's really cool. It's really fun to do it and see how it progresses from start to finish, you know, because like I said, it looks so weird, you know, when you start out and you have that mica powder and it's looking messy and you just see like the powder, and it's just kind of, and then you're doing like the veining through it and it just looks like you're drawing lines through this powdery stuff and it looks really weird, and then the end result is this. I mean, it's just, even if you're not, like Gloria, like you're not an eye fan or something, just seeing kind of the process and how it progresses and the end result is kind of cool. So I hope you guys thought so as well, and you can take it somewhere else. You know, Gloria, you can maybe think of this and kind of be creative and use your imagination and see what else you can maybe use with this and make using a similar technique, you know. So, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys will try this. Have fun. Don't forget to post yours so I can see, and you can tag me as well. So make sure we're friends on Facebook. You can send me a friend request. This will be posted, so you can watch the replay as much as you want after it is posted. And it is Work Table Wednesday. So post what you worked on your table today, what you're in creative process. Make sure you have your hashtag so we know it was a current Wednesday, that it is today. It's 5/4/22, so make sure you have that on your collage in your description so we can count you. Someone will win a giftie if we can have at least 20 individuals. And I think if we had 24, we could have a double gifty, if I'm not mistaken. So post, please, please. And I will see you all very soon, hopefully. Hi, Pat! Don't worry, you can always go back and watch the replay, okay? I'm going to be posting here in just a second. So thanks, you guys. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you soon.